transmission in the country. So the project, 6 states were selected in Nigeria.
Other directors here present, our distinguished visitors from Netherlands and London. As rightly pointed out by Mr. Shep, we have arrived in Kebbi on the 27th of this month. The idea to come and see what is happening in Kebbi so that we learn and also share experiences. Kebbi, as you also pointed out earlier, is one of the states selected for the pilot of leprosy prevention. Previously, leprosy preventive therapy has never been practiced in Nigeria. This is the first time it's been done, and incidentally, it's also been practiced or been implemented in Mozambique. It's a joint grant between Nigeria and Mozambique. In Nigeria, we have 15 leprosy endemic states, and they were ranked, prioritized. 6 of these 15 states were selected. Kebbi happened to be among the first 6 states. Down the state level, the leprosy endemicity was further ranked based on the number of cases. Then the first 2 LGAs were selected, Bagudo and Yauri, in Kebbi state. I am happy to let you know, Kebbi started almost later than some other states in the implementation. But then when the figures started coming from Kebbi, we were wondering, are they really giving us the right figures, or they were just fictitious figures? We keep on asking questions. We meet with Shehu in different fora, and I corner him, ask him, what am I seeing? I said, okay, when this visit came, we said we will come to KP, see things for ourselves, verify or refute some of those figures. But I'm happy to tell you, what we have seen, I think, is overwhelming. What we have seen is overwhelming. We are only going to one LGA, and we visited only one facility. While we were in that facility, referrals came from the community. And out of those referrals, there were 2 very active leprosy cases, one of whom is a small child. It tells us a leprosy work, wherever you see children coming up with leprosy, it tells you there is an ongoing community transmission. There is what? An ongoing community transmission, and therefore the work required in Kebbi State is enormous. Thank God, the leprosy mission, one of our partners, is in charge of Kebbi, and they are doing their utmost best to ensure that the cases of leprosy can be tackled. I will implore or ask the ministry, please support the program more. Because this is a project, a pilot project. Although we have, again, going to scale it from 2 LGS to 5 LGS, the additional 3 LGS have already been selected by the program manager. All the baseline activities have been conducted. They are just ready to start the implementation. But beyond the project period, what happens is a low profile but cost-effective intervention, which every state ministry of health will be able to do. So my prayer is this: the ministry should take it up at the end of the project period. This project is going to end, God willing, by the end of December 2023. Beyond that, what happens? The good work that is ongoing, preventing transmission of leprosy at community level, should be sustained. That is our hope and prayer. And I ask you, please, to use your good offices to ensure that that is sustained and scaled up in Kebbi State. Once again, thank you for your time. To just give you a snapshot, the details will come later after our visit. We'll write a small report, share with TLM, and of course, that will come down to the station. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for receiving us. Maybe that's the first thing I want to say, that we all feel very welcomed by you here, especially also by you, the program manager, state program manager. I see you a very dedicated and enthusiastic person who really puts a lot of effort in this project and to make it a successful project. And I also, as Dr. Tahir was pointing out, we saw yesterday in the field the reality of what's still happening in the communities, this ongoing transmission. And it makes it even more important that not only this project is becoming a success, but that also after the project ends, it will continue under your responsibility. Because leprosy is a curable disease, and with now preventive medicines, we can really make a change. We can really make a change for the first time. So that's why, I'm happy with what I've seen. And once more, thank you for the really warm welcome that we received here. That's really appreciated.
The Honorable Commissioner, ably represented by the Director and the Permanent Secretary. On behalf of my boss, Dr. Anyike, and for whom I also stand in for the Honorable Minister of Health, I sincerely wish to thank every one of you. I'm amazed. I'm surprised to have seen almost all the directors in the Ministry of Health here. I have not much to say, but to say kudos to the program manager. It is difficult. It is extremely difficult to see a program manager who is able to gather this quantum of persons for just a debrief. And I want to say thank you all very much for honoring this invitation. And to let you all know, just like yesterday, when we were talking, when we got to Zaga, the traditional ruler did make a statement that they didn't know that leprosy is not hereditary. So many of us who have this conception, even with our level, but because we are not aware, leprosy is not hereditary. It is curable, the treatment is free, and with the WHO recommendation and what you are doing today, or what we have come today, you can also prevent it. We have seen that if you open a tap and the tap is rushing, instead of you to start cleaning, why not go to the source of the tap and off it? That is exactly what we are doing with this administration of ready4PEP. Just to administer it well. I want to thank every one of us for this support. And please also help us to put this message further that leprosy is not hereditary, treatment is free, and is curable. The essence of all this is to help us to also stop the issue of stigma. Once they have started taking treatment, even those ones you see on the streets, they are free. You can no longer contact leprosy from them. Leprosy in Bagudo is leprosy in Kebbi. It's an airborne disease. You can be passing through Bagudo, you'll be hearing it. So it's not as if it's specific to a particular set of persons. Anybody can come down with it. I just say, let me give this brief update about it. I know we're all aware about this, but let me still remind us that 1, it's not hereditary, 2, treatment is free, the drugs are available, and we try as much as possible to reduce stigma. We are looking at where we would be able to prevent or to eliminate leprosy in 2030 through the 3 zeros: 0 transmission, 0 stigma, and 0 leprosy. Now we are seeing that children are still coming down with leprosy, just like we saw in Bagudo yesterday, in Zaga yesterday. It shows that the treatment is the transmission is still ongoing. Where are these children getting it from? Obviously, if there are no adults within the community, children will not be coming that way. So please let us try as much as possible to see how we're able to assist. It's just because the funding we have is limited, and that is why we are doing it in just 5 LGAs now. If the money is available, there is nothing stopping us from going to the 21 LGAs in Kebbi State. So if the number of cases we are getting now, just in 2 LGAs, we have never started with 3 other LGAs, it shows that by the time we go to the 21 LGAs, we'll have almost times 5 of what we have. So thank you very much, honorables that are here, and we'll also ask for your support, both financially, logistics, and otherwise. Before I sit, I also want to thank you for the warm reception and the logistic support you have given to this program. Thank you very much.
Directors and deputy directors from the ministry here present, please permit me to stand on the existing protocol. I would like to once again, on behalf of the permanent secretary, who is unavoidably absent, to welcome you to Kebbi State. I learned that when you met him before the travel, so I would like to once again to welcome you. We're overwhelmed with joy in the news that we're getting, that out of these pilot states, that Kebbi State has performed wonderfully well, and we're very proud of it. This is due to the fact that since the coming of this administration, health care is one of the areas that the government has given priority, and with adequate funding and also attention. I would like to assure you that what has been achieved now will be sustained even at the end of the support for this intervention that is one good news is that in the state budget there's appropriation for TB and leprosy control. So that has been taken care of. And I assure you that the Kebbi State government, that the State Ministry of Health will ensure that all the gains and achievements recorded are sustained even after the support. I would also like to use this opportunity to thank all the partners that have supported and are still supporting Kebbi State towards this control and elimination of leprosy in Kebbi State. I assure you that all what has been said here today, I will brief the permanent secretary when he comes back, and when eventually we have a new commissioner also, we will brief him so that he knows what has been achieved in this regard, and also of the need also for the ministry to ensure that this funding from the government is sustained, so that even at the end of the support we are giving here, we are able to sustain and to sustain this intervention and make Kebbi State leprosy free. I do hope that I know most of you may this is the first time you are coming to Kebbi State. I hope you enjoyed your stay here in Kebbi, and I hope you are going back with a wonderful impression, good impression of the land and people of Kebbi State, most especially for the foreign visitors who have come here to study the good work that we have done here in Kebbi State. And I hope what you've learned from our own experiment here will help you to improve on what the intervention also that you are carrying out in your country, that is Mozambique. We may also, maybe there are some other things also that we also could learn from you. So you are highly welcome, and hope in the remaining you will have a wonderful time. For the remaining time you still have in Kebbi State. We wish you a safe journey back to your various destinations. Once again, you are welcome to Kebbi State, and